Well, earlier this week, I was thinking about the video that I would do to wrap up the present moment power challenge. I decided I was just going to do it on Saturday. I'm sitting here in my co working space, drinking my coffee. I just decided I wasn't going to go set up in a conference room. I just thought you might really appreciate me just being me on a Saturday. I really like working here on the weekends because I can really focus. But that's what working's for, is anyways. So the whole present moment power challenge. First off, it seemed to go by super fast. I don't know about those of you that went through every day and did every activity, but it went fast. And I really like doing things like this because it's a good reminder of things that I may not have done in a hot second. And I can't really pick my top 3 because there's so many that I like. I love the breath work and I love body scans, and I do those regularly. I love journaling, although I will admit I don't do gratitude journaling that often, at least not with that intention, like sitting down and saying, "What am I grateful for?" I usually find prompts out of my book, Inner Affirmation Inspirations, when I'm journaling, or the oracle decks that I have on tap. I would say that it was good to have reminders of things like the loving kindness meditation, which I recorded that and published it on Insight Timer 2, 3 years ago. I love doing it. I don't do it as often as I probably ought to, but it just expands my heart out. When I do it, I feel really good about it. Then I go, why haven't I done that in a while? The other things that I don't do as often as I might want to, things like mindful listening. That's not to say that I don't listen mindfully to others, because I do. I try to be very present and listen. And what is it that you're trying to share with me? It's the deliberate sitting down with somebody and saying, talk to me. Like saying to somebody, I want to be very present and mindful and have a conversation with you and just listen. I don't do that very often. What are some of the other things that we did that I really, really enjoyed? I think the mindful eating, which I just published a new meditation on Insight Timer a couple months ago, a mindful eating activity. And again, I try to be very present when I'm eating, but actually listening to that meditation and making that very conscious eating exercise was great. I love doing stuff like this because it reminds me of the things that are available to me, all of the different ways to be mindful. This challenge doesn't even include all of the ways you could possibly be mindful, because there's thousands of them, thousands of ways, because we all have different ways that we connect to the present moment. I would love to hear what your experience was with the challenge. Put that in the private Slack community. Share what worked for you, what felt really amazing, and what you're going to keep using moving forward, because that's why we're here. It just makes us feel better and be better people. Have a beautiful day, everybody.